What is going on, guys? Narcoleptic Nugget here, and we are back with another pro tips video. Once again, I have 3 new tips for you guys that you can include into your playstyle and hopefully move up the ranks. So today I show you guys how to use Sledge's ability and rush rooms faster. I also show you how to shoot through walls that people assume you can't shoot through. And lastly, I show you guys how to strategically throw a smoke canister so that when you're the last one alive and all you have is a can of smoke and a dream, you can clutch it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Damn.
To all my subscribers out there, if you could go to my main channel page right now and click the bell icon beside the subscribe button, you'll stay up to date on all my latest uploads, and it really helps me out. Alright guys, so first things first, I'm going to show you guys how to sledge and get through walls faster. Now I main sledge, and this is something that you definitely want to know. So now when most people sledge walls, they usually sledge it right, and then they peek inside. And this is a great technique to use, and most people, and you know, it's the one that you're going to use most of the time. But when you rush, when you want to rush, this is not something that you want to do, because when you try to rush, look, I'm going to sledge this wall and try to get through it as fast as I can. Sledging it, tapping spacebar, and it takes a second for it to get through, right? Now, when you sledge a wall, it's so loud. So people get notified as to where, or the enemy gets notified as to where you are. And so if the enemy was in that hallway right there and you sledge this wall, they're going to come around that corner and try to kill you. So when you want to rush, that is not the way you want to do it. What you want to do is you want to make sure you're crouched and then sledge as you're walking toward the wall and keep walking through it. As you can see, it's so much faster to get inside. Now you can use this to simply like rush the objective, or if someone's in the room and you want to rush and try to kill them. It's just so much faster than trying to do it, you know, this way. And again, this has its place. It's definitely, you know, one way to approach it, and you want to slow push and stuff like that, or you're playing cautiously. But you just want to make sure that if you're in or trying to rush, that you crouch and do the walkthrough like that. It's just so much faster. Now let's go to the next tip. Alright guys, so we are on tip number 2, and this one is directed at my competitive Siege players. You won't really notice this one as much in casual or lower ranks, but definitely important to know. So, okay, so everyone knows that there's 2 types of walls, right, in Rainbow Six Siege. There's walls you can shoot through, like the garage, and there's walls that you can't, like this brick. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, but did you know that on walls that you actually can't shoot through, you can shoot through the door frame? Bullets go through the door frame. So let me just show you here. Put a bullet there for reference. You can actually shoot through the door frame. And you might be wondering, okay, well, what is that? I hate this thing. What does that make a difference? Well, at the higher ranks, when it comes down to, you know, kind of first one to see the other person gets the kill, when people are, you know, have higher accuracy and, you know, better reflexes and stuff like that, this is kind of a big deal. Let me just show you through here. So, and you can just shoot through there. So this becomes an issue, or I guess can benefit you also, when you're trying to pre-fire someone around a corner. Now you know that bullets go through here, so you can start pre-firing them through the wood, and you can actually get a kill through there. You don't actually have to go fully around the corner. Again, you might not be as impressed by this as I am, but this is like can be quite a big deal. Let me show you. It's not just on this map. Let me show you on another map. So here on Oregon, this is just another example of me doing this. So, okay, bullet right there, and again, bullet through the door frame. Oh, and it doesn't always work, but for the most part, it does. One thing that's important to know, especially, is that the side, like 90 degrees to the door frame, is a little bit less permeable unless you go closer to the edge. As you can see, that works. But a little bit. Okay, that one actually works too. Okay, that just goes through it. I'm done. Awkward. Anyways, but this side is actually like really easy to shoot through. So if someone's in this doorway, right, I'll put a bullet right there to show you. You can actually shoot through this thing completely from here. Like this is really important, guys, for all ranks. You can shoot through the door frame at any angle if it's the front side. So again, one bullet there, one bullet there. Like if they're in that corner, this is like how you do it. And again, this wall is not permeable. You cannot shoot through this wall, but because it's at this angle and it's in the door frame, you can. Alright, so let's go to my last tip, and yeah. Alright guys, so we are here for the 3rd tip, and this one's a quick one, but nonetheless very important, and this has to do with smoke, and I don't mean the character, I mean the canister. Now I find this is a very underutilized piece of equipment. I find this extremely handy, especially when I'm trying to clutch, when I'm like kind of have to get into an objective and there's no other options in terms of being sneaky. There's a lot of enemies, or if I just need to rush an enemy, I find smoke to come in extremely handy. Now my tip for smoke is, you know, a lot of people, you know, you even see it in the movies or whatever, you smoke your entranceway and you kind of rush through it, right? That's a really bad idea in Rainbow Six Siege, because how the smoke works is when you're in the smoke, you can't see anything. So if I were to get into this room, what I don't want to do is this. Do not do this, right? Say there's an enemy or the objective's in this room and I need to get in there. Do not smoke it and rush through, because as you're going through, right, you can't see anything, but all they see is this, and they're just like, oh, there's smoke. I'm going to aim at it, and then once you come through, you know, you're dead. So that's not what you want to do. What you want to do when you're using smoke is you want to put the enemy in the smoke. This is going to put them at the disadvantage. So if I think the enemy is this vase right here, right, or vase, I can't believe I said that. This is going to be... Anyways, if I assume the enemy is that thing, what I want to do is I want to throw the smoke somewhere that's going to cover them. Wait for it to pop, and once it does, rush in or whatever you want to do, because they're in that smoke, they can't see anything, so they're going to have to leave it, and you can kill them as they're leaving it, or if they don't leave it, you can still just shoot them through the smoke and kill them. Like, they have no idea what's going on unless they leave it, at which point you can kill them. They're pretty much stuck. So that's how you use smoke, guys. Again, don't use it where you want to rush through. Put it right on the enemy, and that's going to benefit the most, because once you're in the smoke, you can't see. Oh shit!